Usually when we speak about Mexico, we always think about the fact that a lot of people focus on what's the bad things that are going on right now. For example, you always relate Mexico to how we have to secure our borders, the immigrant issues, or we also relate to Mexico when it comes to its violence, its drug cartels. But today we're gonna, step out of the ordinary. We're gonna talk about a little bit of Mexico's true jewels. What makes Mexico a beautiful place to live in, a beautiful place to learn about, and a beautiful place to get to know its people. The fact that its people always welcome you with such a heartwarming feeling. So let's start off with its culinary arts. A lot of people here in the States have a misconception of what Mexican food really is about. There's not really a place that has authentic, true Mexican food that I've ever been to around here, except for perhaps my mom's kitchen, because she always cooks for me that traditional food. For example, in Pachuca Hidalgo, they have something called pastes, which is basically a pastry type deal stuffed with meat. In San Luis, we have enchiladas potosinas, which is not your typical enchilada that you would find here. And last but not least, where I'm from, which is Guadalajara, Jalisco, which is the place where I know most of its traditional dishes. For example, we have torta ahogada, which consists of sub-type bread stuffed with pork meat and then dressed with purple onions, which also have been dipped in lemon juice. You basically put all that together and then you dip the whole sub into the sauce, and that's what torta ahogada is called. It's basically a drowned sub, that's what it stands for. Another one of Mexico's true artistic things that we could say is its art. For example, people like Diego Rivera and Frida Kahlo have really paved the way for what true traditional Mexican art is all about. Frida Kahlo is very famous for a painting called Two Fridas, and Diego Rivera is very famous for a painting. I believe it's called The Man on the Curve. So that's two of Mexico's artistic things that that you can find there. That's what that's how you can identify art when it comes to food and paintings and stuff like that. Another one of those things that really stands out for me when I think about Mexico is the fact that growing up there as a kid, I was always very astonished of the way people were, the way people welcomed you, the way they were so open to, as you walked by, giving you a good morning or even a how are you throughout the day. And it's one of those things that I find very different from the cultures here in the States, because sometimes I find myself even acting like the people from Mexico, giving someone a good morning and not really being corresponded. So that's something that I find very peculiar about the people down there. And so basically that concludes this speech. The fact that I've given you a little bit about their culinary art, their actual contemporary arts, and how I, in my personal opinion, really find its people very open, very heartwarming to anyone that could come around them, even if it's a family member, a neighbor, or even a cashier at a store down there. So I hope that these few minutes of my speech have helped you guys learn a little bit more about Mexico, and not just its bad, negative side of things, and you learn more about their actual positive and their actual beautiful side of it. So thank you.